Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing this Ford Raptor finish in shelter green with the 37 performance package, and we're going to decide if Ford is still the king of off-road trucks. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Ford here in Spanish Fork for giving me some time with this Raptor. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 14 around town, 18 on the highway. With power output, it's been 450 horsepower and then 510 pound-feet of torque. And with this newest generation of 3.5 EcoBoost, word on the street is that Ford has fixed the cam phaser issues, making this a very reliable twin-turbo V6. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, starting with the hood, you can see the Raptor logo there on that little vent piece, pretty cool looking. And then you got the new style of headlights here on the Raptor. And you notice we've got all the marker lights with this as well. It's over 80 inches wide, so it needs them. You've got the fog lights on either side. Tow hooks, we've got the bash plate up front, and then this bumper is sculpted for front end approach angle with the 37 performance package. There's the front. And 37 performance package has 37s wrapped around 17-inch wheels. Now these are KO2s, they're not the new KO3s. I imagine they'll probably put KO3s on the Raptor sometime in the near future because they have it on the Ranger Raptor already. I love the fender flares. They actually are darker in coloration, which is cool. You've got the Raptor side steps with this, and then if we pop to the rear, dual valve, live valve Fox shocks. So that's something specific to the R and to the 37 package. Now, shelter green's a cool color. You can see it's got that kind of like military-esque appearance. Now this leads us to the key fob. We have our lock and unlock, tailgate drop down, remote start, and I'm not sure why it has a Ford logo, not the Raptor logo. Maybe it's a spare. Anyways, you can see the rulers here in the back. You got the tailgate step, got LED lights, outlet in the bed as well, bed liner from the factory, which is always nice to have. And this is power up, so that's kind of a cool feature there. And then the taillights, a nice finish on them. And then I love the bumper at the bottom, and you guys can see the rigid recovery points. And that's the rest of the rear. Popping into the back, we've got soft touch here. You can see up above as well. I like the little carbon fiber trim. And then look at the seats. Raptor logo there up top. Kind of nice suede inserts. You do get storage underneath the seat. Got the flat loading floor with this. Tons of legroom. Cup holders for the back passengers, heated seats, vents, charging ports. And then also tons of headroom as well. This leads us up front where, again, we've got all of the nice soft touch trim throughout. Carbon fiber there. All of our window controls, front two are automatic. The mirrors power fold in. You've got your memory seat function. Blind spot monitoring for the mirrors. $12.99 a payload. Raptor logo there. Nice trim here down below as well. All of our power adjustments on the side. Pedal adjustment, you got your light controls, fog light, all of that, and then steering wheel's power adjustable too. Taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got the Raptor style steering wheel with the marker there at the top. Paddle shifters on the back for the 10-speed. Bunch of practical controls on this, so you've got your R mode, which is your custom mode. You've got your cruise control, volume, and voice command controls. You can adjust the steering, the shocks, the exhaust as well. And then you have your regular stock there in the back. Now, digital gauge cluster here in the center, very customizable in terms of what you can display information-wise, which is very useful. It also displays the drive modes. The Raptor has a bunch of drive modes for both on-road and off-road use. 360 camera system, good resolution with the system overall. Trajectory lines, by the way. Turn steering wheel if you have those turned on. And then you've got Ford's bigger infotainment system, so it's got the tab here on the side, and you've got the main screen, which pretty quick to respond. We do have trail turn assist, and then just like other 25 F-150s, you have the parking assist button up top, and then the off-road cruise control, and then everything else is kind of cleared up now. Pro trailer assist, we've got our trailer brake controls, drive line select. We do have a 2-speed transfer case with this, and 4-wheel auto, rear locking differential, active braking system for the front. And then we've got all of our controls for the radio, climate, dual zone climate, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, little charging pad area. Shifter for the 10-speed, got some cup holders right next to it. Center console, which, yeah, plenty of storage. I gotta move that key out of the way. There, got the double glove box. The top one has the cool carbon fiber trim on it, and a nice soft touch all around. Heads-up display, a regular rear view mirror, power sliding rear window, button for it's right there. 6 auxiliary switches, panoramic sunroof. So here's our one sticker for this F-150 Raptor. $11,470 is the price of the 37 package, but this also has a sunroof added to it, bed liner. $94,460 is the total MSRP on this particular build, finished in shelter green, such a cool color. Let's see how it performs. Well, 37 performance package. So I do have some really good news for you guys that are Baja truck enthusiasts. Ram is going to be sending out an RHO demo for me to test out for a week. So I will have a much, I would say, better comparison, hopefully, with the RHO versus this version of the Raptor. So yeah, stay tuned for that in the hopefully somewhat near future. I think it's coming in March, and we're at the end of January, so you do have to wait a little bit, but it's not too bad of a wait. So I haven't filmed down here in a minute, so I'm gonna try to figure out some sort of driving route. The problem is the driving route that I used before does not exist anymore. Basically they're building a highway on-ramp, and yeah, so I gotta figure out where to go, what to do. We'll go this way, see what happens. So with 37 package, it's got this nice floaty, comfortable suspension. Again, the dual valve leads to that, but also just the bigger tires. Whenever you have bigger tires, it helps out. Let's just crank it and go left. What's the worst that could happen? And the seats are firm compared to the leather seats that you get in the 35 package, but they're still, I would say, comfortable enough. Yeah, see, there's a little like road that looped around there that I used to use for the driving route down here, but no longer exists. Definitely not going up there. And the trombone exhaust, for a V6, it ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. Oh, I guess this is how people are getting down here now. They just loop through. That makes sense. So I guess we'll just use this. This ain't that bad. Also, all these buildings, they're new. I haven't seen any of these before. Yeah, you can definitely feel the size. It's a big pickup truck. Let's actually pop the shocks into sport setting. It's going to firm things up a little bit, but it will improve the handling. One thing that I will say is it definitely takes some time to get used to all the different customizations with the Raptor. You got to decide what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. It's very, very different. It's a different experience, I would say. Just use this right here to turn around. Better place than any, right? If I have the turning radius, I think we're gonna have to go up onto the curb. Yep. We got 37, so we can do it. Look at that. We off-roaded today. Yeah, the EcoBoost Raptor is still really solid. Again, it's got a 4:10 axle ratio. There's a lot to like about this truck. So with the RHO in mind, I've now tested it a couple of times. think the Raptor still has slightly more comfortable suspension. A big part of that's the shocks just adjust a little bit more often, but this has a more floaty feel to it than the RHO. The RHO is a little bit firmer. The inline 6 in the RHO is definitely a showstopper. Doesn't sound as good as this, but just the performance is quite impressive. So it'd be an interesting choice and somewhat of a tough choice between the two. But I will say this is also a lot more money than the RHO is. And that is one thing I think Ford should maybe reconsider how much they're charging for 37s. It's quite a bit. So let me, and also you can't get 37s in the RHO from the factory, so that is a win for Ford. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Raptor with the 37 performance package. But really cool truck, especially finished in shelter green. And Ford has had a lot of time to really work out the kinks with this engine and with the Raptor in general, so it's kind of a more dialed in product than what Ram currently has. So there is that kind of benefit. This is a little bit more polished. But let me know your thoughts on this, and let me know if you'd go Ford or Ram.